Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I am breaking down one of the most powerful ways to get control of your money, the paycheck budget breakdown. Whether you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or even monthly, this method is going to help you stretch your cash, stay organized, and finally stop wondering where all your money went. This is the exact strategy that took me from financial stress to financial clarity, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about why paycheck budgeting is so effective. Most people try to budget monthly. They look at their income for the whole month and their bills for the whole month. The problem is, our bills don't always line up perfectly with our paycheck schedule, right? Paycheck budgeting fixes this. Instead of looking at the whole month at once, you focus only on the money you have right now from your most recent paycheck. It forces you to be realistic and assign every single dollar from each paycheck a specific job. It's all about gaining clarity and, most importantly, control over your financial life. Step 1 is super simple but absolutely crucial. Find out exactly how much money you lines bring home with each paycheck. I'm not talking about your gross salary, that big number on your offer letter. This is the actual amount that hits your bank account after all the deductions are taken out, like federal. So, grab your latest pay stub or log into your payroll portal and find that exact number. For this example, let's say after everything is taken out, our take-home for paycheck number 1 is $1,450. If you get paid twice a month, you'll do this for both paychecks. Let us assume for our example that both paychecks are the same, $1,450 each. Knowing this number is your foundation, everything else we do will be based on this real, tangible amount of money you have to work with. Now for step 2, list out all your bills and, most importantly, their due dates. This is the information gathering phase, and it's key to making this whole system work. Open up a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a notes app on your phone, whatever works for you. Go through your bank statements and credit card statements from the last couple of months and write down every single recurring expense. We're talking about your fixed expenses here. Things like your rent or mortgage, which is probably due on the 1st of the month. Don't forget your subscriptions like Netflix, which might be due on the 15th. Also, think about your variable but necessary expenses like groceries and gas for your car. You might not have a fixed due date for these, but you know you need to buy them regularly, so we'll budget for them on a weekly basis. Getting all of this down on paper gives you a complete picture of your financial obligations for the month. Be thorough. The more accurate your list, the more powerful your budget will be. Okay, here we go with step 3. This is where the magic really happens. We are going to assign your bills to each paycheck. The goal is to match each bill with the paycheck that arrives before that bill is due. This ensures you always have the money ready when you need it. Let's use our example. You get paid on the 1st and the 15th of the month. Your first paycheck is $1,450. Now, look at your list of bills. Which ones are due between the 1st and the 14th, before your next paycheck arrives? In our example, that's rent, due on the 1st, and Wi-Fi, due on the 4th. So, from that first paycheck, we'll immediately allocate the money for those. Let's say rent is $900 and Wi-Fi is $60. But wait, you also need to live until your next paycheck, right? So we also need to account for your variable expenses for the next 2 weeks. Let's budget $120 for groceries and $50 for gas. Now let's add that up. $900 for rent, plus $60 for Wi-Fi, plus $120 for groceries, plus $50 for gas. The total for our assigned bills and expenses is $1,130. So, you take your take-home pay of $1,450 and subtract that total of $1,130. That leaves you with $320. This is money that you now get to decide what to do with. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Now let's look at paycheck number 2, which also comes in at $1,450. We look at our bills list again. What's due after the 15th? We have car insurance for $160 and Netflix for $16. We also need to budget for groceries and gas for the last 2 weeks of the month. So, we'll add another $120 for groceries and another $50 for gas. The total for this paycheck's assignments is $346. See how much lower that is? That's because the huge expense, rent, was already taken care of by the first paycheck. This is the power of paycheck budgeting in action. Now, Let's talk about an optional but incredibly powerful step, adding sinking funds. So, what are sinking funds? Think of them as mini savings accounts for specific, known future expenses. These are the expenses that aren't monthly bills but can really throw your budget off if you're not prepared. I'm talking about things like Christmas gifts, birthday presents, yearly subscription renewals, car maintenance like new tires, or even a vacation. Instead of getting blindsided by a $500 car repair bill, a sinking fund lets you prepare for it slowly over time. Every single paycheck, you sink a small, manageable amount of money into these categories. For example, from each paycheck, you could put away $25 for car maintenance, $20 for gifts, and maybe $50 towards your emergency fund if you're still building that up. This does two amazing things. First, it turns a huge, scary expense into small, painless contributions. That $25 a paycheck doesn't feel like much, but after a year, you'll have $300 set aside specifically for your car. Second, it protects your regular budget. When your car does need new brakes, you don't have to pull money from your grocery budget or go into debt. You just use the money from your car maintenance sinking fund. It is a proactive strategy that helps you plan for the future and eliminates so much financial stress. Alright, we've reached the final and most important step, give every dollar a job. This is the core principle of what's often called a zero-based budget. It means that by the time you're done budgeting a paycheck, your income minus all your expenses, sinking funds, and savings should equal zero. Now, this does not mean you have to spend every single dollar. It's a common misconception. It simply means every dollar is assigned a job. Some dollars are assigned to pay rent, some are assigned to buy groceries, others are assigned to your car maintenance sinking fund. And the dollars that are left over, they get a job too. Their job might be extra debt payment, or investing, or fund money for eating out. By giving every dollar a purpose, you're taking control. You're the boss. You tell your money where to go, instead of getting to the end of the week and wondering where it all disappeared to. This mindset shift is transformative. Your money stops being something that just slips through your fingers, and starts becoming a tool that works for you, helping you build the life you want. So let's quickly summarize what our full paycheck breakdown looks like. For paycheck number 1, our take-home was $1,450. We assigned $1,130 to our essential bills and expenses. Then, we decided to put $75 toward our sinking funds, $25 for car maintenance, $20 for gifts, and $50 for our emergency fund. That left us with $245. That money is our leftover amount. We can assign it to personal spending, dining out, or put an extra chunk toward savings. It's our choice. Now for paycheck number 2, also $1,450. The bills for this period were only $346. We again assigned $75 to our sinking funds to stay consistent, but look at what happens now. After those assignments, we have a whopping $1,029 left over. Because the big rent payment was handled with the first check, this second paycheck feels so much richer. This is the money you can use to aggressively attack your financial goals, whether that's paying off debt, building up your savings, or investing for the future. You can see how this method smooths out your cash flow and makes managing money so much more simple and stress-free. And that is how you create a paycheck budget breakdown. It's all about working with the money you have right now and giving every dollar a plan. It might take a couple of pay cycles to get into the groove, but I promise, the peace of mind it brings is worth it. If you'd like a printable worksheet or a digital spreadsheet template to help you get started with this, let me know in the comments below, and if there's enough interest, I will absolutely make one for you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Every little bit of support helps the channel grow. Thanks again, and happy budgeting.